I think whatever I must have written here is clear enough. But I just want to, these are not new stuff, including the first practice, the first application that you did. Finding area, finding length. Again, I'm asking if anybody has question, please ask. If you do not have question, if you do not ask question, and you need me to come to you personally to ask you in Form 5, then there's a problem. So I'm going to assume that nobody saying no means everybody is fine. And that means if I come next week and I give you an impromptu test, nobody should tell me, oh, I don't know how to do SOHCAHTOA, or I don't know how to find the height of an isosceles triangle, or I don't know how to do elevation and depression. That is what I'm asking. If there is any question from the first batch of questions that have been raised, I've sent the picture to your WeChat now. If there's any question anybody has, ask me now. Don't wait for someone to ask on your behalf. Nobody has your problem. You have your own problem. So for elevation and depression, I like to think of it this way. Normally when you walk, when maybe you're talking to someone that is maybe of the same height, you don't look down. This is the most convenient position we like to stay. If you do this, doctors will tell you maybe something is wrong with your neck at some point because you're going to start feeling the pain. If you do this also, it's like punishment. This is the normal way that we look. This is the way we focus. We focus in a plane that is parallel. Miss, while I don't mind you doing whatever you need to do, just be mindful of the camera. We focus, our focus is on a plane that is parallel to this horizontal floor. That is the normal thing that a normal human being will do. But there are situations that will necessitate you looking up or down, which means you are deviating from the normal. Whether because I want to focus on Marco's eyes to see whether he's paying attention, then I have to look down a little bit. Even if I've deviated by 0.01 degree, I have deviated. That is not normal. Because if I stay this way, maybe when I stay this way for 30 minutes, I feel pain. It's possible when I look at Marco like this, it may take me 3 hours for me to feel the same pain. Because I am deviating from the normal. Similarly, I might want to check out that CCTV. I have to deviate a little bit up. This is the idea of elevation and depression. Elevation, up. Elevate, up. You can remember that way. Definitely the other one is depression. Okay? Well, God forbid this. If someone is depressed, their mood is down. So if the problem is the English in it, you can remember that. Oh, elevate, it's promoted. Depression, it means, okay, everything is down. The mood is down. So up is the elevate, down is the depression. So we call this angle. The angle of deviation is the angle of elevation, or the angle of depression. Again, it's a deviation. Not everything. Your normal level is 0. But when you go up from 0, that's difference is the angle of elevation. Again, your normal level is 0. When you come down, that difference is the angle of depression. And that's what I've tried to demonstrate here. This is the normal level. This is someone looking up. This deviation, not everything. This deviation is the angle of elevation. You're supposed to look at the board, Ryan, not look down on your paper. Similarly, this is the normal level. Maybe this guy is trying to fish, or maybe saw a crocodile, or someone swimming. You cannot look at your normal level and make eye contact or even see that object. You have to look down. That's deviation. It's the angle of depression. This is the idea. And everything is also based on SOHCAHTOA. That's why I'm bringing it in immediately. So the first one, I'm just going to draw pictures, and the rest is going to be you sorting it out on your own. And I'm sure some people have started already. The first question says, the angle of elevation. So there's an angle of elevation being mentioned here. When you hear angle of elevation, you draw your right angle triangle. The angle of elevation, so you take this as the normal. Nobody said anything about maybe this is somebody or whatever. So we cannot assume it's somebody. And even if it is somebody, maybe it's a sniper that is just lying down. My point is there is no height involved. So the angle of elevation, that means the deviation from the normal to looking up, this angle. Of the top of a pole, right? Of the top of a pole. So this is my pole. You don't have to draw that, you can just draw single line triangle. This is the top of the pole. From a point, this point. Again, the angle of elevation of the top of a pole from a point 5 meters away from the base. Understand? So 5 meters away from the base. You have to read the question very well and draw a perfect picture. 5 meters away from the base. Don't label this as 5 meters. How can this be 5 meters away from the base of the pool? What has this got to do with the base of the pool? So think before you write something. Make sure it makes sense to you. This angle is now given as 70 degrees. And the question is find the height of the pole. So this is your no. This is your SOHCAHTOA. Similarly, a man, 1.8 meters. Okay, so there's a man involved. We don't know if he's looking up or down. Oh, he's looking up. So, because I'm not going to draw here, because I need space. So I draw here. So this is the man. Can criticize the man later, whether it looks tall or short. Nobody cares. Okay, let me draw him to look taller. So that's the man. The height is 1.8 meters. So from here to here, this young man or old man is 1.8 meters. So definitely there will be an horizontal level. A man 1.8 meters sees a bird at the top of a tree. So there must be a tree. He's looking at the tree. Okay? So just draw a vertical line. Normally sometimes we just draw this to show that it's not just a line. But it doesn't matter. Nobody really cares. Just draw a vertical line. That's the tree. Okay? Just draw a vertical line. Don't waste time trying to be artistic. Nobody cares about this. All we need is for you to bring out a triangle. So don't try to form, oh, you're going to draw a tree, you're going to make the leaves green and all that. You're wasting your time. You are not being focused. And focus is a key in IB. If you deviate from what you are supposed to do, you are trying to paint, you are trying to do whatever, that means you lack focus. Your focus is to bring out the right angle triangle and calculate. So you're expected to go in this direction. But you are trying to show us, oh, you have learned how to walk, you are going this way, you are going this way. That means you lack focus. So just draw a straight line. If you must, maybe two stuff like this and shade just to show that, oh, this is a wall or whatever. That's enough. Don't try to paint. We don't care. Now, this is the tree. So there's a bird here apparently. Why he's looking at the bird, we don't know, we don't care. Now, the height of the tree is 9 meters. Okay, we got the height of the tree, 9 meters. While the man is 5.6 meters away from the tree, right? The man is 5.6 meters from the tree. So this distance. The question is to calculate the man's angle of elevation as it looks at the bird. So, if the man must look at the bird, we must have something like this. Right? And because this is the normal for the man, then this is the angle we are looking for. Again, everything is 9 meters. This is a right angle triangle, definitely. You expect the tree to be a perpendicular one, not the tree that bends. Even if that is not mentioned, you assume that. So all we have to do is figure out these two. Can we figure them out?
Yes.
What is this one?
5.6.
Because these are
Parallel.
These are parallel. So it's like a rectangle. So this is automatically 5.6. What about this one?
9. minus 1.8.
9 minus 1.8. Because the man's height will also be this. So this will be 7.2, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
And with this two, you can calculate your angle again. Now, the difficult, in quotes, ones. From the top of a tree, from the top of a building. Okay, so there's the top of a building. Maybe this is a sniper, making sure the president is safe. From the top of the building, again, the only thing we need actually is this line. I'm just trying to make it look like a real life scenario, but don't do too much. From this top, the angle of depression of 2 points A and B on the same horizontal plane, those 2 points A and B are below this point because we're talking about angle of depression. So those 2 points A and B are on the same horizontal plane. So I don't know which one is A and B. I'm just going to draw, okay, since they are not in the same point. They are not in the same point because they have two different angles of depressions. So again, this would be my base. Now, the angle of elevation of A and B are 60 and 25. So which one will be 60?
The one for
The first one or the second one? That's all I wanted to say.
second.
Okay, so this will be A and this will be B. Are you sure?
60. I mean 60 should be.
This should be here. Where is the angle of depression? Is this angle of depression?
Oh.
No.
No.
I was wrong.
If anyone is here, this should be their normal side, right? So if you must look at A, I use two colors. If you must look at this one, so you have to deviate this way. This will give you this point. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
If you must look at the second one, you have to deviate this way. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll put that behind, so it's not too much. Okay? So this will be this one. Normally, when you calculate angle of elevation and depression, you use your alternate angle problem. Because these are parallel lines, right?
Yeah.
So this angle will be alternate to this angle. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So definitely, this is this angle. So this angle of depression must be the same as this. Which of the two is bigger? The green or the black? Which one is 60?
Black.
What?
Black.
The black one is the 60. So definitely this is your 60. And it makes sense. This 60 degree is bigger than this one. This angle is smaller than 60 degree. Understand? So this will be 25 degrees. And that is for point B, isn't it? And this is 60 degrees, this one. Again, we are not saying this is the angle of depression. Our angle of depression will be labeled here, but you label the alternates here. So when you draw, you don't draw this and just put the angles here. What you are telling me is angle of elevation, even though it means it's a consequence of this one. As a result of this, you get this. But if this is the only thing I see, you are not interpreting depression. You are interpreting elevation, which I have not given you. So you must be able to teach us from the beginning. Oh, from the fact that it's an angle of depression, alternate angle leads to this consequence. So I'm able to get these two angles. What you have on the ground is not what you are given. It's what you got. What you have deduced. Am I making sense? But you must first start from what you were given. That's what we want to see first. Which means when you label this as your 25 degree, and you label this, you can label inside. So this is what I'm going to do. My 60 degree will go across the two regions so that it shows that it's for both of them. And saying you either wake up or you leave the class. So as a result, this will be point A and this will be point B. So when you are drawing, draw sensibly. Okay? Now, the distance between A and B are 35 meters apart. You see, some tricky question like this will also be given in maybe IB exam or something like that. And the question might tell you, Kelly stand at point B. and observe Mr. Daniel at the top of maybe his, from this apartment window. Okay? At an angle of elevation of 25 degrees. That's this one. Okay? When Kelly moves 35 meters closer, I'm changing this question now. The same question, the same picture. So as Kelly moves 35 meters closer, she discovered that the angle of elevation of Mr. Daniel's window is now 60 degrees. Find the height of Mr. Daniel's window from the ground. It's the same question. Does that make sense? The same picture eventually. You are here, you observe this point to be 25 degree angle of elevation. Then you move 35 meters closer, telling you this gap is 25. Not everything. Okay? So when you get this, you draw two pictures. You analyze it in two ways. And that's the only thing I will tell you, then we leave. Or maybe if I need to add more information. So from here, you make sure you extract right angle triangles only. The first will be a smaller triangle with angle 60 degrees, and this is unknown. The second will be a bigger right angle triangle with angle 25 degrees. So this is B. So you may label this as maybe X and Y. Ada, do you have a problem being stable?
No, I can't see it there.
Okay.
So I was trying to move closer.
So this is my X and Y. Can we see that? Now, what I'm looking for is the height of the building. So this height of the building, maybe the height is H. Then this is the H. And you can use different variable. But make sure your variable is consistent. So I want to find H. But then, I need to know something. It looks like I don't have anything. Of course, we do have something. So this could be labeled as, I don't know, maybe some M or P. In that case, this will be P, and this will be P plus 35. Understand? So from here, you use tan. You get it in terms of H and P. Then you make, because you are looking for H, you can make P the subject. From here also, you use tan. You make P the subject. Then you equate both of them. Do not press your calculator until the last step. You may leave your whatever subject as P tan 60, something like that. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So I'll give you one, I'll just scribble one here. So from the first one, it's going to be tan 60 equals H over P.
Yeah.
Because H is the question you're looking for. Don't bother about P, just make P the subject. If you do properly, you get this. If you do that well, correctly. That's the first one. For the second one, you do the similar stuff. So you get tan 25 is going to be H divided by P plus 35.
Yeah.
Which means if you cross multiply and you do the right thing, you're going to get this. Which means P is going to be H over tan 25 minus 35. Then you equate these two together. And you solve for H.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
So that's all. See you next time.